It is January 18th, 2026. And today I would like to talk about unconditional love. And about the expectation of unconditional love. And that might sound like an oxymoron to you, but just give it a minute and I'll explain what I mean. So, when it comes to unconditional love, there's an expectation. It's a natural expectation that you're not going to be lied to, that you can trust the unconditional love coming towards you. So you expect for, when you trust unconditional love, you expect for unconditional love to be unconditional and to continue to always be unconditional. Okay. So basically, that expectation comes at a great price of your trust, okay? Because depending on what you trust in, your very life is at stake. So I want to talk about what are the other expectations of unconditional love. I know that word expectation has a negative connotation attached to it in certain groups, and I feel like that's tunnel vision. One of my motto is that there's always at least 3 ways to see something, and although we can only hold one of those views, we can still be open to observing the other views in a sense to where we could glean from it. So the expectations of unconditional love from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, I have winter allergies. I get bad allergies in the winter, and so that's why I sound like this. And the medicine I take for it makes me a little bit groggy and pie-eyed. So yeah. Chapter 13 of 1 Corinthians. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass, or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity, I am nothing. And though I bestow all of my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not charity, it profits me nothing. Charity suffers long, and is kind. Charity envies not. Charity vaunteth. Might have to look that one up. Not itself. It is not puffed up. Doth not behave itself unseemingly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil, rejoices not in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Charity never fails. But whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. And whether there be tongues, they shall cease. And whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away. When I was a child, I spoke as a child, and I understood as a child. I thought as a child, but when I became a grown-up, I put away childish things. For now we see through a glass, darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even also as I am known. And now abideth faith, hope, and charity, these three, but the greatest of these is charity. The greatest of these is love. Love is charity. I'd like to read over here. Verse 37 from 1 Corinthians 14. If any person thinks themselves to be a prophet or spiritual, let them acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of the Lord. But if any person be ignorant, let them remain ignorant. Wherefore, brethren, covet to prophesy. With me, covet to prophesy. Brethren, to prophesy, and forbid not to speak in tongues. Let all things be done decently and in right order. So, that's beautiful. I'd like to change the subject a bit and talk about art. I think it's important to talk about art because I think that as creator beings, we're made in the image of our creator being. We are artists. We are creators, and because that's who we are, that has to flow naturally so that the body doesn't fall into dis-ease. When you stop an inherent part of yourself from flowing naturally and in right order, then you bring disease upon yourself. It's like trying to stop yourself from breathing, or let's say you try to control your breath and only breathe every other breath, and every other breath you hold it. You're like, I'm gonna do that for the rest of my life because I say so. I'm gonna control my breath. I'm the one that says how I. You'll bring disease on your lungs. That's not to say that's not already happening through all the seeding, cloud seeding and stuff, but regardless. There's a covering available through Jesus Christ. And, but what I want to say is there has been a disgusting attack on humanity's artistic flow. It has been propagated. Illegal standards have been placed upon it. It has been propagandized as some kind of commodity or something to profit from. It has been set up as a standard to condemn others or to cause others not to even try. It's been taken from schools, elementary school at that, when our young children are the most on fire as little creators. That isn't what unconditional love is. That is something that will disrupt the baby. And I just wanted to bring that up. There's a picture I did not that long ago.